Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Day of the Fight, and this is the writing and directorial debut of Jack Huston, who most people know as an actor from things like he was on Boardwalk Empire, and he was in American Hustle, and he was in that ill-advised Ben-Hur remake as Judah Ben-Hur. But this particular film, he focuses on the story of a talented boxer, Irish Mike Flanagan, who had a great career and wound up in prison and is out and is making a comeback. And there's a lot of stakes to this particular fight, and as the film goes on, you realize just how significant and potentially dangerous this fight can be. And this film is shot in this crisp, beautiful black and white. You know, like, Jack Huston is of cinematic royalty. He is the grandchild of John Huston, who is one of the most renowned directors of his time, with films like The Maltese Falcon. And this is a film that really captures that old school style of filmmaking. And most importantly, there's a lot of soul to this film. There's a richness to this character, to this journey throughout this single day leading up to this fight, and his night with the fight and after. And this film is so beautiful to look at. It's so well shot. It'll whisk you back to like a bygone era of filmmaking. And sometimes that's a really cool thing to do and to experience for sure. And this story, the narrative, certainly leans into a lot of familiar plot elements, a lot of familiar thematic elements. This isn't going to blow you away because of its writing from its broad strokes. There are some very poetic and very human approaches to expressing feelings and themes of the film, and there's a couple of moments that will really stand out with some impactful poetic elements in terms of the dialogue in this film. This film really needs to anchor on the performance of Michael Pitt, who is extremely good in this, and obviously he was also on Boardwalk Empire, probably with that connection to Jack Huston. And he brings this very salt-of-the-earth presence to this character. This is a man who's lived life, he has regretted his decisions, he's done wrong. And now, over the course of this day, he has to process and try to make amends to others. And you feel that emotion, you feel the physicality, you feel the pain from Michael Pitt's performance. And then you have this incredible set of supporting players in this film. Nicolette Robinson, who plays his ex and the mother of his child, they have a really great sequence in this film, and I think she does a great job. She's not the biggest name in this film for sure, but she does make an impact. Now, there are some significant big names. Like, you have John Magaro, who plays a priest, and I'll get repetitive saying there's some really good scenes with Pitt and each of these characters, but his dynamic of this friendship and, he's a priest with an edge a bit, and Magaro does a great job. But it's the likes of Steve Buscemi, who's Mike's uncle, our main character. Ron Perlman, who is his trainer and his coach for boxing. And Joe Pesci, who plays his father. There are so many great moments with these characters, and one particular very powerful scene, and a powerful performance from Pesci without being in a situation where his character can't say anything. And there's some interesting poetic kinds of choices and just very artful choices in terms of expressing some feelings. And there's a cab drive towards the end of the film that has quite the exclamation point on it. This film is a film of redemption and forgiveness and guilt. And it paints this beautiful picture, even if it's a familiar one. Huston's able to leverage great filmmaking, a stellar cast, to really drive home this old school kind of story that I could totally see, like, this is a film from, like, the 40s, 50s, or 60s, really channeling this old school style of storytelling and just hits on all those beats and has a rich, emotive score that lines the whole thing. This is a pleasant little treat for you to go check out. But those are my thoughts on Day of the Fight. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.